the first set of particles needed to bubble around the chair. So I used the chair as a reference. The first step for the system was to create a sphere from which the particles could emit from. So the sphere is invisible, but the particles still assume the shape of it. And when it's linked into the particle emitter, you can choose to emit from the edges of the sphere randomly, so you get this sort of effect here. There's also a particle expression node here, and there's a variable on the color attribute of it. So what that's basically saying is that the color is being generated according to the size of the particles, and within the brackets these present the RGB values. So the red value is random, the blue value is random, and the green value doesn't show up at all. So you get this sort of all the colours are generated within the purple spectrum. So the second set of particles are just a basic mist setup. These are emitted from a card. So the size of the particles are quite large, and that's to minimise the amount of particles that are actually needed. It was really important to limit it due to the huge render times that come with particles. The actual particles emitted do have data this time as well. It's just purely a rotoscoped constant layer with a noise node over the top. So the third system is a vortex type system. This is also generated from a card, but this time the color of the particles is actually brought in from an image on the card layer, and that can be done by just ticking this box here, which is color from texture. The vortex itself is created using the particle vortex node, and the width and the height can be controlled with these, and the conditions tab lets you basically say how long you want the particles to last for. So with this one it's just meant to be a general sort of spiral shape. The particle gravity node is also used to affect the fall off. So you can see you've got this sort of S sort of shape here that the particles follow, like that. So also, in addition to all of this, the particles also have a blur and a glow sort of added to the end, just so the edges aren't so harsh and they can blend in a little bit better to the rest of the sequence.